Hi. Good to be back after the holidays. I haven't played 14 in about a week. New Year's, Christmas. It's good to be back to playing 14. Hope all of you had happy holidays and happy New Year to all of you. Well, I don't know why I say that, just out of habit. like I'm recording. Happy New Year's to you, Maze, and you, Sky. And anybody lurking. Onward with our story.
The heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial commander. What are you after, a medal?
What are you after, man?
The work is its own reward, General.
That's right.
I must say, however, that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Xenos have acquired that might equal an icon?
That's a good question.
Might she speak of our missing Omega?
That would be bad. I hadn't thought about that. Had completely forgotten about.
Very possibly. The Empire's fondness for comparable Allagan technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Sid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Garleans beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
That's bad.
Ah, Lise. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the pilot's claims.
About Xenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Cryle, even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims, or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there are a few things I remember with painful clarity.
Quote, asked nicely, unquote.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude. This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
That's creepy.
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met. If it weren't for Oriange's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
My humble scheme asked far more in the execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Where? Carl? Where'd you come from? Yep.
Oh, I've got to stop doing that.
You have got to stop doing that. Just appearing randomly. No, it's this thing now.
In calling upon Lady Alice after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'Twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began. A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move?
Good question.
After much deliberation, I surmise that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react. To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alice's soul.
Wait, have you not just described a manifestation of the Echo?
A version of the Echo.
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem. I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
How ingenious. I note that the success of your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
Indeed so, Master Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
But this is disturbing.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Urianger is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means.
Which is scary.
A sobering thought, to say the least. And one which makes me wonder what else Xenos has in store.
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Alamigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now, I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
Nevertheless, let us proceed with all due caution.
Well, no one's saying we shouldn't be cautious. Though maybe I was getting a bit carried away.
Because this is some very, very disturbing news. He's
Right.
making
Right, let's get
artificial
back to the residential district.
artificial echo.
Tancred and the resistance forces are waiting.
It is time we join the main host.
Right.
Kryl, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
Just this once. Also, very fitting name then. Resonant, yeah. If I may, General, is there aught Syndrel and I can do to assist with final preparations? Glad you asked. Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position, ready to commence the assault. Naught remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you have no objections, I should be glad to have you do the honors, Syndrel. You were instrumental to the success of Operation Archon. You helped bring an end to the Dragon Song War. You're a hero to the people and a symbol of hope. Some might judge it an empty gesture, or worse, a waste of your talents, but I know it would mean much to everyone here. Our good buddy Emmerich. I like how they all turn. Ha! That you should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it is good to see you, my friend. You, who stood with us in our direst hour, will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen and to me. Though Ishgard's debt can never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day shall go some small way to redressing the balance. Awesome. Sinos has never cared a whit for politics. He lives for war and war alone. Kill him, or he will kill you. That could be interesting. That's so cool how everybody turns. All this ready? Very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There is a time for peace, and a time for war. Even the matron understands this. We who have received of hers and the elemental's blessings go now to stand for Eorzea and her children. It's time then. Though this is not my theater of choice, we will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. That battery has sunk enough ships to fill a fleet. 'Tis not like to be bested by a gate. It's already confirmed. As a matter of fact, the script's already done. I don't know. That's interesting, because I love 14, but I don't know about making it into like a Netflix series. I haven't watched I haven't watched The Witcher yet, but I've heard great things. Like, the only complaint I've really heard from a few friends who really enjoy the Witcher series, and it was short. Like, even shorter than like normal Netflix series, and they kind of skipped around a lot. Like, it felt like the first season, as great as it was, just felt like an introduction. Like, they took basically each episode to like introduce a character. That's what they've told me. I said I haven't watched it yet. And it's done then. Thank you, Sindral, for humoring an old bull. You look fancy. You look ready to go. Maelstrom Adder and Nishgardian forces are in position, General. Resistance forces in the Alamegan quarter are ready and await our signal. Naught left to do but the deed itself. The legacy of our fathers. The measure of his reach. Raban has a personal favor to ask of you. Alright then, I must go to my men. I shall be leading the first charge through the breach. Then we shall head to the front. Pippin has command of our artillery outside the gate. He will not be hard to find. Before you go, I have a final favor to ask. Give this to my son. He will understand. So story in this world, but not of the Warrior of Light. Interesting. If I were a fish, I need a soldier who knows to swim. We need to get the Aether Currents. Captain Dragon, so I presume? Yep, I wish I could go higher. Oh well. I've spoken with members of the Scions, and if I may be so bold as to ask, is it true you learned some Far Eastern technique for moving underwater as freely as a fish? Correct. Not an exaggeration? Incredible. Would you be willing to put that ability to use for us? If so, I have an agent stationed underneath those towering steps by the log who would dearly love to speak with you. A more detailed story of Ishgardian's past? That could be cool. Like, have, like, fighting dragons? Although, that could be dicey because then you need a ton of CGI. And if the CGI doesn't look good, then, well, it all goes, Click random think thing, because that's new. Thank you! Thank you for subscribing. That could be interesting. I don't know what I would want. I don't know what I would want from a show like that. Because that's a cool idea, like doing like Ishgardian past. Doing past regardless would be interesting. Actually, you know what would be really interesting? Because your reboot was so successful. If you went over either 1.0 or you went over like years before 1.0 with Louis Swall and his group doing just random adventures and stuff. I think that could be really cool. And you'd have a lot of leeway with that. Ah, adventurer. Need your aid in saving the souls of the dead. Well, I could do that. Pray excuse me, that sounded more dramatic than I intended. Name's Betha, by the way. You probably heard how the Empire took great pains to squash the religions of this land, for fear of the presence of primals. The Imperials went so far as to forbid the harmless ceremonies folk performed to honor their fallen. Yeah, the before 14 story, I think, would be a great way to go. As a result, the Lochs are now haunted by a host of restless shades who were denied their last rites. Sadly, brute force is the only way to banish them. I spend such spare time as I have sending these spirits to the next world. But there's only so much one woman can do. Any aid you could offer would be greatly appreciated. You will find many an unquiet spectre roaming the tomes to the northeast. Pray send them on their final rest. Have they said... So Niz, you said that the script has all been finalized and everything. Do we have dates on this at all? Like, they said, like, filming starts blank? Do we have any dates at all? It's a zoo out there. There we go. Captain Dragonsoul, you're well known for your deeds as a soldier. On this day, however, I would call upon your broad experiences as an adventurer. Not yet? Okay. We'll have to wait for that. As for the situation at hand, it would seem that part of our patrol route has been claimed as territory by a fearsome zoo nestling. Yet, we cannot simply choose to circumvent the area, lest we risk providing an unobserved entry point for Imperial scouts. My men and I will gladly go toe-to-toe with any military opponent, but nothing in our training has prepared us to combat a foe which can soar through the ravines and swoop down upon us with impunity. We're not the Ishgardians. My comrade here almost lost his arm to such an attack, and I fear it's only a matter of time or the creature makes a kill. Unless you kill it first. Nestling surveys his domain from a narrow pillar of rock to the northeast. Pray find this predator and end the threat to our patrols. Are they ill-tempered? Ha. Tweet from the scriptwriter? Okay, let's take a look at this real quick. Let me pull this up. Updates, the script is finished and we all love it. We're having some concept art done for it, and Sony TV are on the hunt for directors as we speak. Okay, so the script is finished and they need to find a director who is willing to do it. And that was 5 days ago, December 28th. Cool. So they have the full script. That could be still a while out, depending on who they get, depending on what the script is and who they have to do casting, and we could still be like 2 years out, if not more. But the fact that it exists is really cool. Are they ill-tempered? You're Sindral, aren't you? Famous soldier and adventurer? That's right, famous. It might be that I'm asking above my station, but I could use your help with a bit of a problem. Been tasked with rounding up a couple of nasty wavekin, and I have to admit that they're too much for me to handle. For a hero like you, however, I suspect there'll be not more than a spot of light exercise before dinner. Have you seen those monstrous yabbies crawling about south of the White Isle? Can't say I have. Haven't explored here really yet at all. I have some large hemp sacks you can use to drag them back here. Just be sure to tire them out a bit beforehand. Any fight left in them and they'll rip right through the sack with those spiky tails of theirs. With that spiky tail, they'll probably just wag and cut out of it anyway, but yeah, whatever. Alright, let's go. We have Aether things to grab. It's up there, isn't it? Yeah. It's like, wait. Yeah, new location. I need a way up. Yeah, that is exciting though, that a FF14 TV show is in the works. I think that's cool. So, Sony TV. What would that be? Should be able to get up here. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I don't really watch TV or much when it comes to shows and things. I'm bad about it. It's not that I don't want to. I'm just bad about sitting down and watching things. I'm usually playing a game instead. And if I'm watching anything, it's usually sports. But that one I'll have to check out. Alright, since the quest is here, let's go. Since a quest is down here. Oh, he is down there, but looks like there'll be one somewhere around here. So not that. To prayer. There you go. There it is. I also don't have Netflix. I didn't think I would ever get anything like Netflix, but we ended up getting. We have Disney Plus right now, and that has caused me to take a little bit of time to watch stuff. Just being able to just go and be like, oh, I feel like watching this is really neat. Showing my age there. But I do like it. Ah, Captain Dragosoul. Lieutenant Dorothy said you might be on your way. Ready to get your boots wet, are you? Should probably begin from the beginning. One of the soldiers we captured during the battle at Castrum Abania was concealing a map on his person. The map was marked with a curious symbol, but no matter how hard we threatened, the prisoner would not tell us the symbol's significance. This naturally piqued the curiosity of our commanders, and they immediately ordered a search of the marked area. Now, the problem is the area mostly covers the water. We found nothing of interest up above, meaning this secret, whatever it is, must be down below. We were eager indeed to enlist someone with your apparent talent for underwater exploration. Circle the spot on your map. We'd like you to investigate. If it turns out to be something you can bring back, pray do so. Be careful down there. Okie dokie. There it is. Found it. Imperial material. Ha! Rhymes. Okay. Got it. Here's your stuff. Anything of interest? This looks like an Imperial material crate. I doubt anyone would bother sinking ordinary supplies. So I say we take a look inside. No, it's breath. This thing's filled to the brim with gems and jewelry. From what I could tell, these all seem to be of Garabonian design. In fact, I say this collection is of damn near royal quality. Bottom of a lock is not where I choose to keep such valuables, so it's safe to assume they were acquired in a less than honorable fashion. Our prisoner likely hoped to hide them down there until his stint in the army was over. Rebuilding a country is an expensive job, eh? Alamigo's royal family is no more, but we should return these to her citizens nonetheless. Thank you for braving those waters, Captain Dragonsoul. Hurry report to Lieutenant Dorothy, and I'll see that this crate is transported safely back to headquarters. Royal jewels, that's interesting. Okay, that one's done. One up here. Something tell me it's going to be above, though. Yup. Now let's hope it doesn't mysteriously empty en route. Yeah. go. Southwest. Oh, right down there? Okay, that works. Really? Alright. Be that way. Played in a while. Okay, that one's done, and you were southwest. Right down there. Okay. I would say, wait. It didn't look that far. Don't attack. Okay. That's another one. Southwest. Oh, but there's one up here. There's a quest up here. So let's do quest. Well, maybe. I don't see a way in there from here. Yeah, I did it. I don't know if I was supposed to be able to do that. Too many Elder Scroll games. That's okay. Oh, up there. How the heck do I get up there? Oh, good. I don't have to. But I saw one up there and it's like, well, if there's only 4. Get over here. We didn't get to see much of Lantern in the winter outfit. But it's time to change. Change it to White Mage Party. Yeah. All the way over here. This leads you to a whole nother area. Oh, a bunch to the east. Oh well, I was hoping there would be a thing over here. That's okay. Yep, it's wearing the traditional white mage outfit. Complete with hood. Not quite traditional. Traditional with some updates. Because the it's not the triangles, it's the spears, but close enough. Done in the design, we shall say. Had 7 viewers and now just have 3 again. I knew it was too good to be true. But that's okay. Oh, well that didn't hit. Saw him use it this time. That's done. Northeast. Yep, okay. It was where I thought it was going to be. Up there. Oh, there it is. Good. It's another one down. All the way to the south, where the quest is. All right, let's head back. We'll turn these in, and then we'll go grab the fourth one. Hooray! Welcome back, Captain Dragasil. Was there aught to be found? A fortune in stolen jewelry, was it? That explains the prisoner's unwillingness to share. As my agent explained, we will see to it that those valuables are returned to Alamigo's coffers. Thank you, Captain Dragasil. This will go a long way to helping the nation recover from the ravages of war. Your efforts will be felt, adventurer. When this land is yet under the yoke of the Empire, my own father lost his life in the fight for freedom. But although our conquerors permitted me to build him a gravestone, they would not allow me to perform his final rites as the teachings of the Fist of Ralgar demanded. It was later how I heard that how a ghostly apparition was seen floating near his grave. I should have performed this ceremony, and the Empire's laws be damned. I should have had more courage, but I was so afraid to die. Ashamed at the cowardice I showed then, I began seeking out other shades and specters to put to rest. It is a seemingly unending path, and I thank you for walking even a few steps of the way alongside me. Glad to help. Nestling is slain then? I knew I had chosen the right man for the job. I'm grateful you came along before any lives were lost to that monstrous bird. You have our thanks. Less than 100k to level. Alright, let's grab this quest and see if there are any other aether compasses along the way. Sob story because it's the sub lens. To the northwest. Okay. Here first. Aha. Oh, fancy one. Level 70. Two. That wasn't bad. To the east. Somewhere over there. Somewhere by Pippin. Capture those yabbies for me? At least some lively nippers. I'd best get them in a pen before they tear their way free. Good thing they're ill-tempered, though. Why is that, you ask? Well, just between you and me, we're planning on using the yabbies as a secret weapon to disrupt Imperial military camps. I'd love to see the look on a Garlean officer's face when one of these beauties running wild in his command tent. Just unleash them. Go crazy! Thanks, Syndrome. I was growing tired of sewing up the souls in these gigantic sacks. That's silly. in the Lochs. Missing 1 quest and 2 points, and that's it. Oh, see, if it was a hamster, absolutely. Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes! Ah! Oh, mince. Someday, soon-ish, we'll have Baldur's Gate 3, and I will play it. And hopefully it will be glorious. There's Alphina. The west. So right up there. Or above. Above. Always above. Cannons! That quad barrel cannon. DLC to Neverwinter Nights 2. A shady character tries to sell you a rat with dyed fur as hamster. So you can imitate the great heroes in a simple... Yes! Awesome! Great reference. Because you keep attacking. Why put an enemy here? Syndrome? Alphina? What is it you got there? Raban's package. One can only imagine what this bulky package contains. Wonder what it is. Oh! By the 12. This is... Tizona? The Bull of Alamigo's legendary sword, forged from 2 cursed blades. This sword is a symbol of everything my father fought to achieve. A weapon claimed on the bloodsands, and with it, fortune and glory. Its flames consume the unworthy, but by fire was he reborn. That he should bequeath it to me now, to carry on his legacy. Well, I shall endeavor to deserve it, but I'll be damned if this is his final battle. That's awesome. Give him the other one. Once we begin, there will be no respite until it's over. Are you ready, my friends? Sword. Very well then. Brace yourselves. This should be quite a spectacular... Vice Marshal! Vice Marshal! Imperial unit approaching from the north. Aiming to destroy our artillery, are they? How many? Total numbers unconfirmed. At least 1 squadron. But sir, they're wolfmen. Very... Demite? Bloody hells, that's all we need. Call up the Bloodsworn. Tell them to make ready. Marshal Terrapin, wait. These wolfmen of whom you speak hail from Doma. They were coerced into fighting for the Empire, spirited away to a foreign land, and told that if they disobeyed, the lives of their kin would be forfeit. But their homeland has been liberated. They have no reason to continue serving their imperial masters. Ere you engage them in battle, I beseech you, grant us a moment to go and attempt to convince them to lay down their arms. Yeah. Huh. I'm loath to gift our enemy more time to prepare. But if there's a chance that this conflict might be avoided, I suppose we must take it. Go then, but be quick. Got it. We will, Vice Marshal. With me, Sindral. I mean, not just avoid a battle, but if we're really lucky, get reinforcements we didn't even think we were going to get. All the way to the west. I missed one then. Grab it later. We'll wait here for the Lupin to arrive. Still yourself, my friend. Though I hope to resolve this without resorting to violence, it would seem wise to prepare for the worst. The worst is going to happen. Sync 70, I'm not quite 70. Yeah, bring it. They come, Central. You, clear the road. Honorable warriors of Doma, my name is Alphino Levier, and I come before you with news of great import. Silence, boy. You stand upon a battlefield. Be gone or be cut down. Doma is free. Lord Hien has returned and driven Yosuyu. Yes, that's Yosuyu. I forget how to pronounce her name. And the Imperials relents. We were there. We helped him. There's no need for you to fight for Xenos. Lord Hien is dead and you a liar. No, that's not true. What could a boy such as you do against Magitech? Throw stones and spit curses? We've killed them. Invoke my lord's name again at your peril. We will suffer no falsehoods. I speak only the truth. Put up your weapons, I beg of you. Let us speak as friends and not shed blood in vain. Your claims were true. We would gladly sheathe our blades and embrace his brothers. Since they must surely be false, we would be traitors to accept. Our lives and those of our loved ones forfeit. Words are air. You will prove the truth of your tale on the battlefield, or die in dishonor. Fine. We'll knock you all out. Or try to. We'll see if I maybe do need that last level. Yep, we're gonna have to, Alphino.
For the House of Levier! Focus. Release!
Yeah, shame, right? No strangers to battle, that much is plain. I am the White. I am Hokoro, and I will be your opponent. Have at you! Oh, you get a name, too. Alright, you're important. Until I'm satisfied, we shall fight on. Give me your all. His strength far exceeds his brethren. Cower before the wind. Ha! You've faced the Samurai of Doma before, but I may yet surprise you. I have faced the Samurai. All is fleeting. In fact, not just faced, I am one. Ah. Got caught by one.
Pull yourself together.
I didn't even see that one.
So it comes to this.
Alphino? Moonstone Carbuncle, come! Stand within the Carbuncle's wards. That's cool. Shining Moonstone. That's cool. It's a heal. Can I have this one? I want this one. It would be interesting if I could have access to Alpha Node summons too. But that's what makes him a special NPC. Enough. You're every bit the warriors you claim to be. So you see, he has Obsidian and Moonstone. Moonstone now. That's cool. Alright. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright. I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to help my wife carry in groceries. You fought with honor and restraint. You could have killed my men, and perhaps even me, but you did not. For this I thank you. Warriors brave and true, I pray you tell us of the battle for Doma's liberation. We would be glad to do so. Lord Hied, returned. Such joy this news brings us. Yeah, we're friends. But for Lord Gosetsu to perish in the keep's collapse, to be taken from us by such treachery, there is no justice. Yeah. Poor Gosetsu. Eyes forward, Kuro. He wished for no better death. You knew him well. Aye, he would not suffer us to mourn with so much undone, and so we will not. Duty comes before all. I figured he would like that, because that is something Gosetsu would say. All Lupin shall know of Doma's liberation, and of your part in it. When you breach the gates, we shall turn on the Imperials as one. With fang and claw shall we rip open the throats of our masters. This the White swears. Remember, he's Kuro the White. Alright. Thank you. When our war is ended, I am certain that your lord will help us to return you all to Doma. Such a curious thing, destiny. To see us meet with friends of Lord Hien in this distant corner of the world. We should not keep you. Your day is not yet done. Now we have a lot to do. Come, let us not keep our comrades waiting. We have a nation to liberate. Red Eye.
Ah, you are returned. Were your negotiations with the Wolfman successful?
The one they called the White was receptive to our words once we told him of Doma's liberation. They withdrew behind the walls to inform their brethren. If the gods are good, no blood shall be shed between our peoples this day.
Hear, hear. Now, I think it's time we did something about those gates.
I agree with that.
Thaumaturges, forward!
Thaumaturges?
Give me hellfire! Give me Ifrit's bloody inferno!
Give me hellfire! Give me Ifrit's bloody inferno! Oh, that's cool.
Now give me a Curfin winter! Enough ice and snow to bury a behemoth!
Oh, cool. And with that, we've made it more brittle.
Fire at will! Let no man say we neglected to knock!
Let no man say we neglected to knock. And now that it's more brittle, fire cannons. That's bad. The heck? Oh, darn it.
Damn that armor! We nearly had it!
Nearly had it. Cut down!
Is that...
It is.
Bear witness, my Eorzean brothers and sisters. Doma has come to pay her debts.
All right.
Lord Ian!
We will deal with the flying machines. Forward, my friends, for freedom and justice!
Sweet air support. Right. Continue firing.
Got the man! All cannons resume firing!
We're in.
We're through. The way is clear.
Right. Let's go. That was very clever to use heat and then ice. And then blast it with cannons. But this is what I figured. Figured we'd have to be 70, and I'm not quite 70. Part of your world. Oh, that's expensive. Hold on. Hi, Ellie. Yeah. No time at all. Good to see ya. This is more people than I have had lately, and that's nice. To join in the journey. Okay, with this. Okay, but I don't. I want to do this as samurai. I haven't done anything today. I haven't been on 14 in like a little over a week because of holidays. Let's say I'm like 500k away. When last we left off with the Ruby Princess, I believe, was her title? Can't quite remember her title. She's looking for a way to cure her sister. So this is Onokuro. It's a lovely place. People here are incredibly warm. Take this gentleman, for example. As soon as I set foot on the island, he offered to give me a tour. I wonder why. Huh? What are you looking at? Get lost! Get lost? Why don't you get lost? Wait a minute. I know you. My comrades talk about you all the time. My apologies, sir. I was only just joking with you. Of course. Childhood friend cousin. Oh yeah, her childhood friend cousin who pretended to be her. Right. That, not actually sister. Yeah, it was like her childhood friend who looked like her. Right. One can never have enough rich or powerful friends. That's why I approached your young charge. That's it. Figured if I helped her now, she'd someday return the favor should I ever need it. That's it. Right, yeah, that's it. What brings you to our island? Looking to learn more about a fairy tale? I know nothing of fairies or tales, but mayhap I could direct you to someone who does. There's a fisherman who visits us once a year to hunt for treasure. Some of the men here say he's as old as the seas themselves. I reckon he, if anyone, would be able to tell you your story. Luckily for you, he just arrived the other day. You should be able to find him at the Quickscape Pier. Thank you for your assistance, sir. We will go speak with him right now. Not to worry, little lady. Just remember my name and pay me back when the time comes. Because money. Sinro, did that kind gentleman ever give us his name? Nope. Oh well. Without a name, I am afraid I will be able to send him payment for his help. 'Tis terribly unfortunate, but there is little to be done. Remember my name, and then never give the name and walk away. Let us probably make for Quickscape Pier. We do not want to miss the fisherman. Did he ever give us his name? Nah. Oh well. Heaven on high. I need to go to I need to do all of Palace of the Dead. Now that we know there's way more floors than we thought. And also need to do Heaven on high. Hello there. Something you need? Tale of the Fisherman in the Ruby Sea? Ah, yes, indeed. It has been a long time since I heard that one. I believe it was my great-grandfather who told me, or perhaps my great-great-grandfather, or perhaps my... You are super old. Doesn't matter who you heard it from, just tell us the story already. That's all good and well, sir, but if you could please just tell us the story. Ah, yes. My apologies. Let us see if I can remember how it went. Oh, I very much hope you have not forgotten. We might never know the whole tale if you have. The tome I received as a child was so tattered I could only read bits and pieces of the story. Yeah, I'd love to do all of Palace of the Dead. Just go for it. And I've not even been in Heaven on High yet, but I've done the first 50 of Palace of the Dead. recall now. Once upon a time, there was a fisherman on the island of Onokoro who saved a Kojin of the Blue from the maws of a terrible beast. As thanks, the Kojin offered him a vial of liquid. When taken, it would allow the fisherman to plunge into the far depths of the ocean without drowning. It was there that their journey began. They visited temples, palaces, and villages under the sea. They met all manner of men, women, and creatures, including a beautiful princess who had fallen into a deep, deep slumber. According to her people, she had been like that for years. Hearing this, the Kojin pulled out another vial containing an ancient tiramisu potion, which had been passed down to him from his great-grandfather. Or perhaps his great-great-grandfather. Anyway, to continue with the story, upon being given this mixture, the princess was instantly awakened. The moment their eyes met, she and the fisherman fell in love. They were immediately wed in a palace at the bottom of the sea, where they lived happily ever after. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to recount that regaling tale. It was truly enlightening. Sindel, from what we heard, I can only assume the story took place at Shisui of the Violet Tides. Perhaps we should return to Surinosato and see if we cannot dig up any mention of this incident. Again, thank you very much, sir. You're a man of great wisdom. And back to fishing. Yeah, it's a shame that when I started, I didn't have any idea what I should play on server-wise. And then it seems like everybody played on other ones. But I'm happy with this one. I just wish I got my friends to play. Well, they did play for a little bit, for a few weeks, and then stopped playing. Soraban! That's who you're looking for, Sky. Nobody plays on this one. While I know little of what life is like on the surface, it seems to be a lovely place. People are incredibly kind, sometimes. I grew up listening to stories of how pirates would slit your throat the first chance they got, but those Onokuro seemed rather cordial. Though, perhaps I have your presence in part to thank for that. Shiosai shall be joining us shortly. Many stories in Surinosato are passed down orally. He should be able to tell us if any of our own stories match the tale the fisherman recounted for us. Does this sound familiar at all? Tale in which a Hurrian fisherman and a princess were brought together by a Kojin and wed in a palace under the sea? Sounds almost as if it is a story about Shisui of the Violet Tides. Though the part about the Ruby Princess marrying a Hurrian might be something of an embellishment. No. To the contrary, Your Grace. I believe generations back, a Ruby Princess and a Hurrian man were once joined in holy matrimony. The son they bore was said to have had almost no scales. Until now, I considered it to be merely a tall tale spun by the elders for their grandchildren. Yet it is possible that the story is true. Then there's a chance the remedy also exists. It is not impossible. Your Grace, I must apologize to you. If I were being completely honest, I thought all hope for Lady Hisui's recovery was lost. But what you tell me, however, has revived my hope. You are a born leader. Through your actions, you have reversed all our fates. Yeah, that's true. Incredibly kind of you to say. But without this wonderful gentleman beside me, we would never have come so far. Aye. Thank you. Indeed. Master Dragosoul, please accept my deepest thanks. So long as you are here, I can rest knowing that Her Grace and our village will remain safe. Now, Your Grace, I suppose you're about to announce your intention to travel to where the Kojin of the Blue reside in search of this miracle cure. I wish you safe travels. Like, I already know you're gonna go, so safe travels. Cinder, at long last, I can see the light. Hisui might finally be saved. Hisui. The Elixir of Life. The Ruby Princess is eager to depart for Tamamizu, which I need to go to anyway. I've had some little contact with the Coach of the Blue. This, however, will be my first time visiting their village. Been there before? Excellent! Show me around. Yep. That I can do. He was super overprotective before. Did it again. Have it. I like using the mana cutter underwater because it's like a vehicle. Kind of looks like a, yeah, it's a boat, but I can use it underwater, and I like that. There we go. No, not the boo box. There you go. This'll do it. There you go. Learn to search for treasure while he's at it, while getting snacks. But not only does it get food, it can also dig up treasure at the same time. Oh. Ryder wants that thing. Can have that thing. I get the food. Find treasure. 1. 2. Right here as well. Inhale. That's that. Lies! Mimic! One. Oh, okay, that actually had something in it. This one will also be a mimic. Oh, it actually had treasure. Ah, neat. Forever blowing bubbles. Help the male striped ray launch bubbles into the female at the female striped ray. Bubbles. Forever blowing bubbles. Well, this will get us to 70. So before we continue on, we're going to tackle the samurai questline, because that'll get us stuff. We'll go ahead and turn these in since we're here. Gold coin and 2 silver coins. There's 70. Bushido Blade 3. Okay, I don't need a... I thought I would need another thing for that. Thanks! Whee! Twirl in celebration! Search for the female striped ray. You may move the camera, target the... Okay. Bubble. Eligible female ray. Oh, what a pity. That was a fine attempt, but she's just not interested. She seems to turn away all the males, though, not just our little friend here. Oh, well. Shame. Well, looks like she's had enough for now. Better call it a day as well. Young friend here has made a lot of progress. His technique is slowly improving. Perhaps it won't be long before he finds a match. Good luck. Wish luck to the male striped ray. The ray responded well to your instruction. Handler tells me that if he perseveres, he'll find a mate sooner or later. All it takes. Just gotta keep trying. Striped rays are essential to our way of life, but pairing the males and females can be a little troublesome. In most cases, the males must attempt the mating ritual over and over before they succeed. Since you have a knack for this, we may benefit from your help in the days to come. Okay. Since we are on this side of the world, plus we want level 70 stuff. Bye, Sky. See you later. I might even get another episode of Final Fantasy Adventure out in the next few days. Wouldn't that be exciting? I know, there's a ton to do. We have all the, we have Hildebrand, we have, Botany, we have that line of quests, because I can do those now. Cooking, Alchemy, miscellaneous quests that I wanted to get back to, Fishing, the last little bit of this step of the anima weapon, because it's almost done. And then the final step. We got a lot to do. But that's a big part of the fun. We have a lot that we can do. Palace of the Dead, Heaven on High. Bahamut. Grinding out the rest of the elemental mounts. A lot of stuff to do. Some of that stuff I was going to do with friends, but they're not playing anymore, so. Oh, God. Minion. Want to change minion. Yen. Under Imperial rule, Domin doll makers were forbidden from crafting automata such as the Kiyofusa. But this does not stop one brave soul from honoring the popular young Lord Hien with a moment in his likeness. Its creator can rightly be proud. We're gonna go outlet. The hunt for Ugetsu. Great tidings, Central. We've ascertained the location of Ugetsu's hideout. Captain Kogo has the details. A moment, if you would. Syndrome, you are welcome. We scoured Shiden's quarters and what should turn up among his possessions, but missives he received from Ugetsu. They point to a certain ruin in Yanxia. Now, word of Shinden's demise will have already reached Ugetsu, and he must assume we will track him down ere long. But he will not, cannot run. To do so after losing his right hand would cost him much of the momentum he has painstakingly gained. As I see it, 2 choices remain to Ugetsu. He will await our coming, or he will bring the fight to us. Either way, the stakes are high. As you know, Ugetsu is a peerless swordsman. Only you, who bested Shiden, and perhaps myself, could stand a chance against him. As captain, my place is here at the barracks. While I hold the fort, I bid you and Makoto journey to Yanxia, there to hunt down Ugetsu. Got it. I shall pray for your safety and success. If instead the rogue should show himself here, rest assured I will give him a rousing welcome. Lights upon the mainland, across the Ruby Sea. We will first make for Nami, a small mountain village. Okay. The ruin serving as Ugetsu's hideout is near. I shall scout on ahead. Meanwhile, scour the area for resurgence and tend to them. Okay? Oh, and I still need to do the series of quests for Realm Reborn Beast Tribes. I still need to do that too. A lot to do. Yes, me and Mace did those. We did those before we went to Heavensward. Yeah, and we did the Alexander raids too. Those are both done. Then there's all the hard mode stuff too. Thinking about it, I never did, well, whatever it is, the Bane quest that you can get in Mordona. Like Ultimus Bane and all that, we never did those. A lot to do. Maro 5 achievement. Let's see. Special Fate. Come get your Maro 5 achievement and Kidogamu Torque Knight Glamour. Okay, why not? Yeah, Ultima's Bane. Yeah, that thing. Extreme Trials? Oh, okay, so they are extreme. So it is extreme. Okay. Oh yeah, this thing. Oh, you'll have another healer. Yeah, this thing's pretty ridiculous. Heal everybody! I need to remember I need to actually do damage or we're not going to get full credit. Because we've made that mistake before. Hey, that sounds like fun. You're not part of the group, but I can see your HP, so... Give you a shield. Give you yes shield for the next 15 seconds in case you get hit. All these players. Been a few days. Oh, somebody already got him. Did it. Maru 5! And you get this, the Kidomaru. Everything looks weird UI wise because I'm playing windowed so I can see chat. Oh, I know that. This one's smaller. Like, this one's smaller than the others. It's got to be that big, or I'm gonna screw up and not press the right button. The reason they're not smaller is because I have little dexterity. And I tried using the simple versions for like the sword, like these, like the sword and the symbols and stuff, but I would forget about them. Like I would flat out forget about them if I can't see them. So yeah, you got achievement though. Love getting achievements. I'd like to do those too. Just go around getting achievement, like those kind of achievements. The big fights where you need a big group of people. I just run around getting those. There's so much I want to do in this game, and a lot of it I can. Some of it would be easier with more people, but well, I'm A, small streamer, and B, on Marlboro, which is apparently one of the smaller, if not smallest, centers, so... but I like it here. People are nice. Ugetsu is nowhere to be seen. Then that means he's on his way to Kagane. Pay your captain a visit. Kami, preserve. We must hurry back. Oh, good. I was about to warp. Glad you just said, go back. You just came back to life, don't you go dying for real? Oh, there he is. And I'm not good at recruiting, or I'd recruit people. Oh no! No! Forgive me. I was too weak. Sekisugumi, yours now. You must finish. Well, well. For a moment I doubted my eyes. Uh-oh. But it really is you, Kagetsu. I hadn't expected to see you in a Sekizugumi uniform, dear sister. Let's go. You and me. That stance. Yes, the very picture of Master himself. So you are Musosai's final pupil, and the samurai who felled Shiden. That's me. We meet at last. Ugetsu at your service. Like you, I trained under Masosai. And like you, I was made to walk his absurd path. Practically brothers. Shame, then, that we stand on opposing sides. For Master's memory. Hingashi has known peace for too long. Her leaders have grown soft, and they spend their days in decadence. Their existence is a blight, one that must be burned out with the fires of revolution. That is a cool title. To kindle this fire, I bade Shiden assassinate the Taru. But, thanks to you and yours, the attempt ended in miserable failure. Till now, we have kept to the shadows, but that time is past. No few people share our vision, and by bringing them into the fold, we shall have the strength to face the Bakufu openly and defeat it. Removing your captain was the first step of this endeavor. With him gone, the good men and women of the Sekisugumi may choose with their hearts. If there are any souls here who would join our cause, we welcome you with open arms. Offer stands for you too, Kagetsu, my brother pupil. Will you not create a new world with me? Absolutely not. Cutting you down. Create. You can create not with the edge of a blade. Nay, what you seek to do is destroy. Should the Bakufu fall, Hingashi would be plunged into another age of blood. Blood will flow, aye, but it will serve to nourish and strengthen a new nation, one that is free of the corruption that tainted the old. What we have now is not peace, but stagnance. Hingashi has become a morass of decay, and we samurai must be the tsunami that washes it clean to make way for true peace. A samurai fights to ward off chaos. Have you not created? Have you forgotten Master Masosai's teachings? Clearly, my brother's wasted on you. What of the others? Will you remain mindless slaves to the Bakufu? Or will you join me in bringing about true change? Disappointing. I had hoped some of you would see sense. But if we must fight, then so be it. I have no desire to spill blood needlessly. Let's settle this away from the masses, on the Isle of Bekeko. Your people against mine. Though, if I may make an observation, it seems you may want for blades, dear sister, now that your men are aware of our connection. I hate that you played that card. Hear me, my comrades. As leader of the first squad, I have been chosen to carry on Captain Kongo's legacy. The battle against Ugetsu promises to be bloody, but come what may, we must prevail. The future of Hingashi rests upon us. Fine then, me and you will take them all on. Nobody else wants to help. Forgive me, Sindro, but it is all true. Ugetsu is my older brother, and Kagatsu is my birth name, though I have long cast it aside. We were born into a samurai family in the capital, Bukyo.
Bakuyo? From a tender age, Ugetsu showed tremendous talent as a swordsman, and everyone knew him as a child prodigy. But to me, he was always the kind and caring brother. I was proud of him, and I couldn't have been prouder when the legendary Masosai took him as a pupil. Then he took to the road for his training, and I never saw him again. 'Twas a different man who returned. Instead of easy smiles, he wore frowns. Instead of good-natured quipping, he engaged in heated tirades directed at the Bakufu and the Great Lords. There was so much anger, but more than that, there was despair. Despair for his country. Not long thereafter, he parted ways with Master Masosai and began instructing me in the katana. As far as back then, he believed he harbored the dream of toppling the Bakufu, and so he instilled in me the skills to survive in a war-ravaged world. In time, I came into my own as a samurai. Then it happened. My brother assassinated high-ranking officers of the Bakufu, and our family was made to pay the price. Our line was ordered wiped from existence. My parents were summarily executed, and 'twas only by chance I escaped their fate. Terrible. Out on the streets and without a home, I journeyed to Kugane. I adopted the name Makoto and knocked on the Sekisugumi's doors, with but one purpose in my mind: punishing Ugetsu. We may share the same blood, but I can never forgive him, for our parents' blood is on his hands. But for all my determination, I am no match for my brother, and while his cause grows in strength, mine only weakens. In our culture, people are defined first by their birth, and the revelation that I am kin to Ugetsu has shaken my men's faith in me. They may not accept my authority, even though the captain willed it. And with him gone, there's naught I may depend upon save mine own conviction. And you, Central? Even should it cost me my life, I swear to end my brother's ambition. I pray you'll stand with me through this trying time.
If nothing else, you will have one ally. What you need is a friend like me. The battle on Bikeko. Hisatsu Gurden delivers an attack with a potency of 850 to all enemies in a straight line before you. Costs 50 gauge. And it's on a 120 second recast. One really good swing every 2 minutes. An extra really good swing. Myochin Armor Coffer, which is what we really need to do this. Kikuichi Monji. Nice. Yeah, 850 is a lot. Yeah, one really good swing. Every 2 minutes. That's cool. One of my favorite blades in FF14, the Kikuichi Monji. Looks defeated even before the battle has begun. That's a shame. Well, we'll have to make up for it.
My fears have become reality. Members of the Sekisugumi are deserting, one after another. Finding out that I am Ugetsu's sister, a new Masosai's pupil, has shattered their faith in our cause. With so many gone, we haven't the strength to face the insurgents. We have to convince them to return somehow. There are no two ways about my connection to Ugetsu, but if we can dispel the stigma surrounding Master Masosai at least, they may yet have a change of heart. I require but a chance to speak my piece. Will you help me round up our disillusioned comrades? I'll look around the barracks and the north side of town. You focus your search on the south.
Listen or die. What? No? Can't do it that way? Darn. It's a lot. It's around the same power as, Tenka Goken. The, Two-Sin. But I don't have to charge up for that one. I just have to have the 50 gauge, which I can conveniently get through one skill and then use it.
Say you bested the lieutenant, but I'll be damned if you didn't use dirty tricks you learned from the craven Masosai. Captain calls? What's the insurgent sister want now? Might as well see what sort of lame excuse she's got in store. I will have all of you beat down. What do you want, engine? I have aught to say to the likes of you. Captain desires a chance to explain? Well, I guess I'll hear her out. You all die. Aijin. Dory. Hello, Dory Market. Where's this one? Baby faced. Leg sweep! Look, it's not like I mistrust you and the captain. It's just, I can't work up the will to fight anymore. Wants to talk, does she? I doubt anything she says will change my mind, but I'll go along with it. Why not? That guy was like, oh, you used some dirty trick. Why don't you fight me right now? You can judge for yourself. Thanks for your help, Syndrome. Let's begin before they change their minds. Yep, talk now. In our nation, Masosai is a name that invokes loathing. All know that his were the hands that created the monster Ugetsu, and all know he evaded responsibility for fear of death. But naught could be further from the truth, for Masosai ever taught that a samurai's calling is to preserve order. Ugetsu seeks to do the very opposite. In bringing down the Bakufu, he means to usher in such chaos as to trigger another age of blood. Ugetsu may have trained under Musosai, but he was no true pupil of his. Nay, his true pupil stands before you now, and he, like his master did, wields his katana to protect the peace. Protect the peace, like you say. What did Musosai ever do to protect the peace? You tell us that? I would ask the same question. All we know is that he challenged warriors the realm over and never was once defeated. Impressive feat to be sure, but it's neither here nor there. It takes strength to protect the peace. As we strive to hone our skills through rigorous training, Masosai honed his through duels. No. He went on a quest to right wrongs. As Koragashi, he brought evildoers to account. I mean, he went on a quest to right wrongs. What? Wait a second. The Kogarashi? The mystery samurai who roamed the land, smiting the wicked when I was little? The man who protected the weak and punished common crooks and great lords alike before vanishing like the wind? It was Masosai all along? I became a samurai because of him. Me too. Kogarashi was my hero. I want to change the world like him. Looking back, 'twas when I first heard of Kogarashi that the desire to take up the katana took root in my heart. I had known that Master Masosai journeyed the land with my brother, but to think he did so as Kogarashi? Could the experience have pushed Ugetsu to his extreme beliefs? Alright, very well, Captain. We were wrong about Masosai. What have you to say for yourself? That's right, we haven't forgotten about that. Your brother's the bastard that's trying to tear down our nation.
How can we trust you? Ugh! Enough! I've been biting my tongue, but I can't stand it anymore. Huh? Oh, hey! Hey, Momozigo. Oh, there, Central. Been seeing me here, I shouldn't doubt. The idea occurred to me to visit Masosai's homeland, you see. And you know how spontaneous I can be. Yeah, long time no see. But what do I find upon arriving but this painful display of narrow-mindedness? The old man would be turning in his grave. Who the hell's you? Right? I'd be like, who are you? Who I am doesn't matter. What matters is what I did. And that was to journey with Syndra and Masosai on a quest to right wrongs. We've established that you all respect and admire Masosai, who happens to be your childhood hero. Well then, you should know what he used to say about his own countrymen. That you're so focused on a people's birth, you blind yourselves to his true worth. It's so bleeding obvious, I can't believe I have to say this, but having a villain for a brother doesn't make Makoto a villain. In spite of their relationship, she opposes him for God's sake. Oh, right. Now look at yourselves. None of you were born into samurai families, but through hard work you've made it this far. Become who you wanted to be. What Makoto has done is no different. Like you, she's broken free of the shackles of her birth to live a life of her own choosing. By the Kami, why could I not see this? After all we've been through together as comrades. Damn it, you're right. How many times have I had to put up with scorn because I came from a poor village? But there I was dealing that scorn to the captain. Strike me down for a fool. I've always despised this aspect of our culture, yet all this time I remained its unwitting prisoner. Come, my friends, let us bring back those of us who are still at large. We have a battle to win and peace to protect. You're the gentleman from the inn in Ulda. I owe you a debt of gratitude. Don't mention it. I'm a showmaster by trade, and words are my domain. Swords? Not so much. So I'll bow out here. Oh, I think I'll go and take a dip in one of those hot springs I've heard so much about. Thanks, Momozigo. Rest I leave in your capable hands, Syndral. Put us up to Ugetsu and give the old man the peace he deserves. Will do. I like that. Words are my domain. Swords? Not so much. I'll bow out here. Appointed hour is nigh. Let us make for the field of battle. Let's go. There it is. There's one right here. Here we go. All wayward members are returned, and with all their resolve restored, let us go and face Ugetsu. Will this false peace continue? or will the fires of true change sweep across the land? Today we decide Hingashi's history. Today we decide whose path is right. Sosai's or mine. There is but one among you worthy of being my opponent. He who trained under mine own master. Come, Sindral. Show me the strength of your conviction. Slayer of 1,000 souls. Let's fight pupil to pupil. Let's go. Ah, you stink. I know I can't, but I'm gonna kick you anyway in the legs. Oh, leaden. That's cute. So that's what that does. Oh, I'm getting hit by that. I don't have a choice. Wrong one. Click the wrong button. No. Urugetsu defeated? Impossible! Finish it with midair, and that's what I wanted to. I wanted to finish it with that, with the Ei Jutsu.
do you stay your blade? It is over. The heavens have chosen. Now strike me down. A samurai must be decisive. Finish me, or I shall finish you. Good. You've grown strong, little sister. Come, my friends, let us return to the barracks. We succeeded in quelling a major threat to the nation, and it was in no small part due to you, Central. You have my eternal gratitude. While not all insurgents are accounted for, without a leader to unite them, they'll eventually scatter to the winds. As for me, my appointment as captain of the Second Tsugumi has since been made official. 'Tis a heavy burden, but I swear to bear it with honor and live up to Captain Kongo's faith in me. Meanwhile, the revelation of Kogarashi's true identity has been doing its rounds of our order. 'Twould seem that nigh all of our younger brothers idolized him and joined out of the desire to make a difference. Sosai did good. Did a lot of good. In embarking upon his quest, I believe that Master Masosai in part wished to sow the seeds of a new generation. Ugetsu sought the quick path to change and cared not that it was fraught with strife and suffering. He saw Hingashi as a dilapidated house fit only to be torn down. But Master Masosai sought to restore this house, board by board, nail by nail, one injustice at a time, even should it take several lifetimes. To ensure that his legacy lives on, I will embark upon my own quest of change here in Kagane, and I pray that you will do the same no matter where your road takes you. This concludes the Samurai Quest for Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. In order to undertake the next series of quests, we have to finish the main scenario quest, Shadowbringers. Complete the role quest, Courage Born of Fear. Once you've done that, the next Samurai Quest will be available from Makoto. Sam, I am too. And there's our new skill. that will just about do it for the stream. But before I head off for today, we have new gear. Yes! Keeping this forever. I love these. In your you see samurai in every form of media in all around the world. You see the hat. The hat's name leaves me at this moment. The exact name of it. But I love it. It's so cool looking for a samurai. I've always loved that look. That's cool. Oh, I like the robes too. Awesome. Which you can't see now because of the there's the pants. Oh, got the sandals, of course. And the sword. Oh, the design's nice. Okay. And there's the blade. Not bad. Very cool. Love this look. Keeping this for sure. Awesome. Yeah, look like a samurai. I love it. All right, this is how we're going to go into the next part of the main story. Next time. We'll do that tomorrow. Very cool. I can't tell you, I can't tell you just how excited I am for this look. Look like what you see across all media for a samurai. It looks fantastic. Looks great. I love this look. Super excited. All right, with that, I'm going to go get food because I'm hungry. So, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a ton of fun. No promises when I'm going to start the stream tomorrow. My sleep schedule over the course of the holidays just got all wonky. So I will try to start the stream at 2 p.m. my time, which is whatever time it is for you. Subtract 3 hours and 40 minutes. That is when I will try to start, but no promises. Hopefully then, or maybe even earlier would be great. Follow if you haven't. That way you get a notification from Twitch. And their Discord channel. I will try to be better about posting in the Discord channel when I go live as well. You don't have to associate with people there. You can even not pay attention to all the boards if you want to. You want to stay closed in. All you need to pay attention to is the Stream and LP Talk tab. Because it is there that I post when I stream. At least I will try to be better about that. And again, follow here on Twitch is a great idea because that will give you notification when I go live. And you'll know. Thanks for being here. Thanks for participating.
until tomorrow, I'm Syndrel. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.